I cannot believe we lost that much money flipping couches this week. I honestly don't know if we just call it quits right now or we keep going or what's gonna happen. I mean, I have never thought that this would happen and this would be the thing that could possibly end it for couch flipping. All right, guys, we got a little craziness. We just picked up this couch right here. Oof, got a little dirty. I'm gonna show you guys this one once we get out of the car so you can see it in detail. Picked up on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks. Awesome, look at the wood on this one. Really beautiful. We actually have the trailer because on the way up here, we found another couch and I had a hunch that we were gonna pick it up. Sorry, I'm out of breath. This thing was heavy. We had to move it down out of these apartments. So now what I've got to do is put this back onto here so that we can leave and go pick up the second one. Here's that couch we picked up. You can see it is pretty grimy and dirty. We got a lot of oil and dirt smushing in there. Then we've got a lot of dog hair, little stains on here that need to be done. Some peeling that's happening on the cushions. This was the biggest reason it was so cheap though, right here. You see these scratches. These are probably from a dog. Since there's dog hair on here, I'm guessing these were dog claws that did this scratch. It doesn't rip all the way through, which is good. So I'll clean that up. I'll cut these edges with the trimmer, get that really low so that peeling's not gonna happen. And then all we need to do is just flip over the cushion and use the reverse of the cushion. Now, we will disclose the damage there on that. I'm not gonna be sketchy, so we'll disclose that. But someone can easily hide that damage. So we're gonna go ahead and vacuum this one all up and then we're gonna wash it. It's Bissell time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our Folex bottle. We're gonna spray onto here because you can see how much high traffic there is and how much oil's on that. So we're gonna soak that for a little bit, really get a concentrated amount onto the armrest. And get those corners really good. Let that soak. Then I'm gonna come over to my other side and do the same thing on this side. This side's not as bad, but still there's gonna be some high traffic oil on there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out the Bissell machine. We already got our little head on there. As I like to do, guys, I like to use these kind of brushes to really break up that gunk in there and the debris and activate it. I don't like to use this to do that really hard because I don't want to damage these bristles. As you see, they're a lot shorter and a lot softer. So I don't want to burn through these heads because these are more expensive than a dollar brush at the dollar store, one of these. And these have pretty hard bristles. If you can see that, long, hard bristles that are going to agitate very well on there. So that's my way of not burning through those heads. Once we start this, we're going to start at the top of this and work our way down and then hit the cushions. That way I'm not kneeling on a wet cushion as I'm trying to do that. All right, let's get into it. This couch came out really good from that first clean we did with the Bissell. What I'm gonna do though, since it was so dirty, you just saw that water, it was absolutely disgusting. So I know that there's gonna be some more gunk in this. If I'm gonna sell it for top dollar, I'm gonna give it to my buyer nice and clean. And especially since I know that this owner had a dog, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it the second time, pull some more gunk out of there. I'm going to show you guys why it's important to hit it twice when you have a really dirty one, because you're going to see how nasty this is going to be. So we shouldn't have to go as in depth, but we're going to go ahead and give it a deep clean with the Bissell. Here we go. We've got this couch all washed up. Covers are done. We've washed the back on this. Now that we've put the covers on, we need to take care of all this peeling that's going on on this couch. So I've got these little scissors that I really like to use. These are for, you know, cosmetic scissors, but they work very well because they're very sharp and they're small. They can get in there and they can cut the little pieces you need it to. See it? Just like that. So I really like these. You can pick them up from any kind of beauty store or Walmart section where makeup stuff is. You can go find these ones. Like I said, I like them because they got that sharp point. And I've got the trusty old wall peanut that I'll use to take down some of this peeling that's in here. We're going to get this thing freshened up, looking good. Go take pictures with this one and get it listed. And with this, guys, you do have to go very slow because you don't want to snag some piece of the fabric and rip a hole in it. So you do need to go pretty slow with this. Let me just show you kind of speed I go. And I just do that over this entire thing. I'm just going to shave it down. You can see some of the spots that I need to take out and just clean this couch up. It's usually going to be in the high traffic areas, so on the top of the cushion and on that front part where people's inner knees are hitting, knocking all this and creating that peeling. We've got it all staged up. She's all clean now. We're just going to brush that fabric, then take some pictures and throw it up. I am pleased with this one, the way it came out from what we started with. For $50, I'm really interested to see what we can do with this couch, how much we can get. It's a solid wooden couch, really heavy duty. So we're gonna make it look nice and pretty in these pictures, get some good angles on it, bringing in that natural light, and we'll get this one posted ASAP.
All right, we got this couch listed. We ended up putting it up for $500 to see if we could get anyone to buy. No one bid at $500, but I did have a taker at $300, which was totally fine with me because I only spent $50 on this and I need to move it out of my space. Now, there's a story with this one. So the girl that I ended up selling it to, she couldn't come pick it up that day. So what I did is I told her, hey, I can hold it for a day for 25% deposit, or if it's going to take longer than that, I do a 50% deposit. And I made sure that she understood that those were non-refundable deposits. And in my description, I always say, look, deposits are non-refundable because I'm going to move it to pending and tell other buyers that it's no longer on the market. Well, the girl ended up paying me $150 for the couch since she couldn't come get it that day. Next thing I know, a few days have passed. I haven't heard from her, so I reached back out to her and I was like, hey, are you coming to pick up the couch? And she messaged me and said, actually, I found a new space. If the couch isn't going to work, could I get my deposit back? Now, guys, it's been like 6 days later since when this happened, and I've told so many buyers that the couch is no longer available. So I told her, sorry, I can't give you your deposit back. All my deposits are non-refundable, and I referred her back to the description of the item, and I referred her back to our messages in Facebook Messenger where I said, hey, it's non-refundable. But I did tell her, look, you can do this. You can either come buy the couch, so spend the other $150 to buy the couch. I'll give you the pictures, and you can resell it yourself. That way you can get all your money back, or I'm going to go ahead and relist this tonight and I get to keep the $150. She decided at that point to go ahead and just purchase the rest of the couch and then sell it herself. So let's talk about what we made on this couch. I ended up spending $50 for this couch and we sold it for $300. Guys, that was a profit of $250 on this couch. That was a big profit margin.
All right, guys, it is 11:17 p.m. It is bedtime. I was up working on one of our other businesses, and right before I went to bed, I just hopped on Facebook and I saw this listing right here. This lady posted about 2 hours ago, so 11:10, so around 9 p.m. she posted this saying that you could come pick up this free IKEA Karlstad couch. Now, I've had really good luck with these. I can usually sell them for a pretty good profit, and if the covers are messed up, then I'm able to just go back in there, purchase a cover from IKEA for like $50 for one of these Karlstads, and then sell it and make a good profit on it. So I don't know the condition of this. The pictures aren't that good, but it looks like there's some cat scratch damage on the corners of the couch. But we're going to just go take a look, see if it's even there. It's been 2 hours. She said she would take it down if it wasn't there, but it's 11, so who knows if someone's already coming to pick it up. But it's right around the corner. It's about 2 minutes away from my house, so I'm just going to go check it out. All right, it's the next day. It's the morning time. Finally awake. We got the rest we needed. Here is that couch. We can see it kind of in the light. It does have quite a bit of damage. It's got a lot of cat scratches on this thing. Always on those corners. Cats love stretching their claws on these. So what I'm going to try to do first with this is I'm just going to try to trim it down to see if that takes out any of this and what that looks like. You can see it runs along the bottom of this as well. The couch cushion covers are all great. These cushions are great. So it's just this part right here, the actual frame, but at IKEA, when you buy it, you get the entire kit piece. So what I'm going to try to do is first try to do this. If I can't, or if it's taking too much time, $50 is worth it for me. I'll put the original pricing of this couch and what it goes for. And since I got it for free, that's why I don't mind spending 50 bucks for this. If all it means is I don't have to vacuum any of this and I just put some new covers on this, boom, boom, post it, and it's gone. But let me give it a go first to see what we can do. And what I always do is I start off on the worst spot at all because I want to get under here. I'm not going to waste my time doing all these small things if this isn't going to work out. So this is the worst damage spot right here. I want to cut this away, see how much damage there is to this cover, if it's even recoverable, or like I said, if I just need to go out and get a new one. So always start with the worst spot because that will tell you if it's even worth spending the time doing anything else. All right, you can see what we were able to shave off and take off on there. There you can kind of see it's not shaved. Here it is. This side's done as well. Now, my only worry with, so I'm gonna get you in close so you can kind of see. When you're up close, it doesn't look bad, but if you scoot back, you can definitely tell that there's some peeling or some damage there on that. Now, if this was the only couch I had and it started off as a free couch and I didn't have any money to go buy a cover, I would just shave this all off, vacuum down the couch, and sell it. Here's the catch though. I can get more money out of this if I just go get a $50 cover. One, because my time is worth money now. I do have money from the other couches that we've been flipping, so I've got it in reserve to go put $50 towards a new cover. The cover is not going to be as nice because this is a woven fabric cotton type one. The ones that they're going to sell me at IKEA are the polyester non-woven type. So that's going to knock the price down a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the top cushion cover, the bottom, top, the bottom. If I ever come across another couch like this and those have damaged spots, I can use that, or I can just sell those pieces right there on eBay to get some money out of those little bits since they're in perfectly good condition. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strip this thing down, go grab the new covers, put the new covers on, and then list this. We've got the new cover that we're going to put on this. We saved the couch cushion covers, the upper back and the bottom butt pads. We saved those because those are in good condition. If we ever come across them again, we'll use them. So what I'm going to do now is pull off these legs, unscrew this couch, and then we'll get this new cover on there and take some pictures. Should be real fast. The new cover on this thing, it took about 20 minutes to disassemble, put everything on, get it all lined up. Super easy to do. Really, really easy to do actually. What I'm going to do now, since these covers are brand new, you can see those seams from being folded up in the packaging. That doesn't photograph well. If I come back here, you can see that doesn't look very nice. It hasn't laid flat yet. So I've got this little steamer, this little Conair. You might have one for steaming your clothes, or you can use a regular clothes steamer. I'll post a link to one of these on Amazon where you can get it. I picked mine up at a thrift store for like $3 or $5. I can't remember what it was, but they had one there. But I'll put a link down in the description below for you guys. But I'm just going to hit this with the steamer, loosen up these bad creases. That way we can get a really decent picture of this. I want you to take a look at what I did with that little steamer there. That's the side that I've steamed. I have not steamed this side. This is the original side. Do you see the difference there? I know you guys can see that difference. Guys, this is why it pays to go the extra mile when you're trying to do something like this. Whatever hustle you're doing, go the extra mile so you stand out. Most people would just post it like that with new covers and say, hey, new covers. But I know that those wrinkles and those creases are going to make the cover look old. It's going to make it look like it's cheaper than it really should be. So I want it to look like it's coming out of an IKEA catalog so I can get that IKEA catalog price, all right? So we spent the $50 on these covers. Let's get our money out of these things. Go the extra mile. Go pick one of these up. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description below if you can't find one in your local area. Steam couch cushion covers after you wash them, after you clean them, so you get that nice, crisp look on your couch. Guys, once again, go the extra mile. Don't be lazy. Yes, I could have just put these on, saved myself an extra 10 minutes from steaming, and just post this thing. But I know I can get more money if I actually make the appearance look great. So we're going to get to this side now and clean it up.
This couch photographed very well. I'm glad we took that extra time because you can see the difference in getting rid of those creases. So we posted this one up. I had someone reach back out to me and they said, hey, would you take $200 for the couch? Now, I might have bid at that, but it was up for such a short amount of time. I was like, no, I just put brand new covers on. It's pretty much a brand new couch. I came back at them and said, look, I'll come $10 off and I'll do $265. And they took it. So we got this couch for free, but technically we didn't because we had to spend $50 on this couch to get brand new covers for it. We ended up selling it for $265. And guys, that was a $215 profit on a couch that took me literally about 10 minutes to go pick up around the block from my house. So there you go, $215 for less than about 15 minutes of work. I'll take that.
It's 9:28 p.m. It's about time to start winding down for the day here in Utah. But we found a couch. We found a couch that we've already picked up, that RC Willey's Emerson Gray couch. So I saw this one pop up on Marketplace. They're wanting $400 for it. I just threw out, hey, would you be willing to take $300 for it? And they were. It was a haul to get it out of this home. It was a 2-story apartment level. Ooh, I'm glad I had some help on this, thankfully, from the man. But here it is. Big old sectional. We're gonna go ahead, get this one tied down, pull it down a little tighter, and we're gonna hit that road. Then we're gonna get back home. Luckily, we already have the pictures for this one. This one is in great condition. Don't have to do a lot to it. I will give it a light vacuum over though, probably, and put some freshener on that so it's got a new fresh scent to it. But it's actually pretty new. Looks just like the last one we did. And best part, I don't have to drag it to my house to stage it for pictures because we already have pictures of the old one. So I'm just gonna repost that. Here we go, guys.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, we've got some really bad news with these couches that I had picked up. These ones that I had sold previously, I thought I was gonna be able to flip them and make some great money. We're gonna take an absolute loss on these. That's about $300 that's just gonna go down the drain. The reason for that is inside these seams, what I noticed was a little weird after I started cleaning this was I saw these little red bugs. Now I do keep this out in a, as you can see, a garage type area. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe something just got on there. No. These were all in the seam. So I checked this seam, then I checked this couch's seams, and let me show you. The seam on this couch and the back of this, and those red bugs were everywhere. Now, if you see these little tiny red bugs and in those dark seams, you see translucent little like larva bugs, that's bed bugs. So nasty. We got some bed bugs in this couch. And the person that I bought it from, the place wasn't the cleanest place, but it was dark in their apartment. And honestly, those were pretty dang tight. So I would not have seen the bed bugs in there. But after doing some really close inspection, this is my second time vacuuming down this couch. That's when I caught it because I saw some crawling out along this edge. So guys, that's just a risk. I mean, it sucks. It completely sucks because the frame of these couches, everything is good, but I got taken for one on these. So that's going to be $300 down the drain. I'm glad I didn't pay anything more than $300 for these because when I sold it for $900, the other set, or $975. I can't remember quite. But we're going to have to get these out of here immediately. I've got to get these into the trailer immediately. They got to be dumped at a dump because with bed bugs, that stuff will spread to all my other couches. So what I'm going to have to do is move these things out. Then I'm going to have to get a vacuum, and I'm going to have to vacuum up all my floor to make sure those bugs are not going to transfer over. Now, I do have some spray, so I did spray some insect killer on them so they can't be jumping while I'm trying to move them. But we just got to get these things out of here right now. Now, I messaged the guy. I'm going to try to see if I can get about $150 back or so. I don't know. I doubt he's going to respond to me. People are just like that. So I'm just going to just count this as a loss and a learning experience. I mean, there's not much I could do, until I got deep down into this couch, I would just tell you, look in the seams of couches if you're doing this. They don't hide in the cushion parts up here. They'll hide into the seams of the couches because they're very tight spaces and very dark, and it's hard to find them. So maybe next time I'll check a little closer the seams and really pull back with, you know, a flathead screwdriver or something to see if I can find anything in there. Here we are at the dump. We got to drop this off. Had all the bed bugs in it. So we're gonna pull this out and get it dumped right into here. Super sucky situation, but that's the situation. So just got to get it dumped. All right, so that was a really crappy week, but I wanted to show you guys the realities of flipping couches, trying to run your own business, trying to do something like this. It's not always rainbows and sunshine. Guys, I lost $300 on that couch, all right? And I thought I was gonna be able to make about $975 on that couch. So I lost $300 that could have gone towards another set or another couch. Not only did that happen where I lose out on the money, but potentially a lot more loss, because that meant that entire week I was not moving couches. Now, Kaden's been killing it this week moving couches. I unfortunately had to stop. That's why you guys are getting this episode right now, because I had to bed bug my entire workspace garage. I had to get this massive box, and every single day I had to have my garage shut down, this workspace, and I had to just be flooding it with this fogging spray to kill bed bugs. Because now, I don't think that there's any other bed bugs anywhere else. I haven't found any, but I think they were pretty isolated. But like what I'm saying is, I did not want to take any chances, especially when I have this much inventory behind me and money already spent in these sets. I had to make sure that anything that could have possibly fallen off those couches when I had them stored here in this facility, that they are dead, all right? So I took those suckers to the dump, dumped them off, and then had to get to fogging and spraying down my entire garage, using the fogging, using some ground spray, just making sure that not one of those things could have fallen and then got into my space. So yes, I lost $300. It set me back an entire week. I wasn't able to go purchase inventory because I had nowhere to store it if I did purchase it. Then on top of that, I wasn't able to sell anything because I didn't feel comfortable yet unless these were all fogged down and then re-shampooed and cleaned, which I've got to still do. I'm still halfway through that. So it's been a headache, guys. But that's the nature of being an entrepreneur, running your own business. You're going to run into issues like that, all right? Now, yes, did I want to call it quits and move on to some of the other projects that we've got once that happened? Because I was like, this is ridiculous. I spent all night grabbing that couch, driving all the way up to pick that up, driving back. It was about 40 minutes away. So, you know, that was a little over an hour into that. So it was like, geez, I just don't know if I want to do this. But the profits are there. It's a great business. Like any business, you're going to have little bumps in the road. You might even have boulders in the road, but you go around those, you go over those, you go under those. You do what you got to do to stay in the hustle, guys, all right? That's what hustling's about. Hustling, there's never going to be any easy hustling. That's the reason it's called hustling, all right? You got to get after it. So, guys, we're going to continue to get after it. We got a bunch more inventory to sell. I got some stuff on the other side of the storage facility of couches that we got to order some new linings for, and we can move those and sell those. But I wanted to just give this episode to you guys, a raw version of this, all right? Not my pretty production, just a raw version of, you know, this is the reality of it. Sometimes it sucks, all right? It's not always great when Kate and I are flipping these couches. We have issues too with it, but there's still money to be made out there. Guys, we got some fun, really fun, exciting surprises coming up on a new business venture we're taking on, and we're actually in the middle of right now by the time you see this. So we'll be dropping some information on that. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the content that we're about to release, because it is getting a lot crazier than couches, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.